Hello, 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 and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, bringing you the latest exclusive breaking news, previewing and reviewing the latest shows from WWE, AEW, New Japan, and everything in between every Saturday on YouTube and Castbox. I am your host, James J. with Kaliko Yas.
Man, it's just, you know, I can't. I just can't. I mean, it's bittersweet, but it's two totally different worlds. But what up, y'all? Just what up, y'all? Just go.
Mitch Mayhem, who is not with us tonight, and Scooter Dust.
I'm feeling kind of twitchy over here.
Should maybe want to get that looked at, don't you think?
I don't know. Depends on whether or not Vince will take a cut.
Well, I mean, if he's paid for half of it, yeah. It's a great day for wrestling, everybody.
No, it's not.
Yeah, well,
No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
Yeah, full
No, it
disclosure,
ain't.
it's not.
No, it ain't. Don't listen to him.
because WWE Hall of Famer Donald Trump got corona. That's why it's not a great day for wrestling.
Oh no, Twitter was lighting his ass up. It's a wrap. You know what's funny? Everybody kept showing the Simpsons episode where Donald Trump dies, and they're like, "Yo, this." Someone said, and they accurately said, "If Trump dies from this, I'm just gonna start worshiping the Simpsons." And I'm like, "You got a point. Everything they done put on just came to fruition." So.
Yvonne et Niage.
I mean, them writers need to get investigated because I swear they own a DeLorean. They have to own a DeLorean.
Great Scott.
Another thing came up this week. The Rock announced that the XFL will start up again in 2022.
Oh
So,
God. Beating
Smart
a dead
move.
horse.
He like shit. Might as well wait till we can get motherfuckers in the stands.
Scooter, are you excited?
This is beyond beating a dead horse. It is bringing the horse to Dr. Frankenstein's lab, resurrecting it, and then killing it again, and then just beating it.
Now, one time I heard somebody says it's like beating a horse, grinding the bones down, and then burying it.
Honestly, the XFL this season, before COVID and all that other bullshit, it was actually a lot better than what it was the first time. I must admit, as a guy that watches it and occasionally was betting on it, they actually did pretty good this time.
Billy Corgan also announced that NWA Power might be coming back sooner rather than later. It's been almost a year since NWA Power debuted on YouTube, and they was probably the strongest coming out of the Wednesday Night Wars. The real winners of the Wednesday Night Wars were on Tuesdays at 6:05. Um, and then obviously COVID happened, and they kind of got the short end of the stick. If they do come back sooner, do you think that they would be able to recover some of their momentum, Scooter?
No. Uh, uh, unless you have a truly huge following, uh, trends in social media, specific programs take a very long time to return to what they were doing at their peak after if they go away for a while. using T-Series as an example, and they didn't put out live content, just the same 80 guys dancing barefoot in the street. But nobody's heard of anything from T-Series, but probably since the whole PewDiePie T-Series thing, and then nobody's heard from them since. But if they were to come back now, it would take a very long time to just get to where they were prior to that. So that's the caveat of being an online only broadcast or streaming show, so to speak.
What say you, Kaliko?
I mean, this is where I disagree. It's a long shot, but it's a shot. And there's only one reason why it's a shot, and it's Thunder Rosa, because she's basically been out there like hustling, as far as the brand and just like doing her thing for the women's division. So I think if they do a center focus around Thunder Rosa, and it seemed like they were going that way because they had like a couple of documentaries in the works and so on and so forth, but it's a long shot, but it's a shot.
Coming out also this week, WrestleMania 37 is supposedly still taking place in California, in Los Angeles. But then Tampa Bay was like, no, we should get it. And Los Angeles like, no, we have a contract with WWE that it's going to take place here. Interesting situation here. Scooter, what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Well, it depends on whether or not there's an act of God clause in said contract that could render it null and void, basically.
You mean act of Vince McMahon?
No, because if Vince McMahon is God, then I don't know. I don't want.
I mean, he had a match with God. That's a whole different thing.
He wanted to.
Dang it! That just made me lose my whole train of thought.
My bad.
Do you want me to go to Kaliko?
An act of God clause. Basically, in the event of a natural disaster or viral outbreak, which I'm sure Vince will have a. Well, actually, no, it's not Vince. It's not the WWE that's arguing for anything in this case. It's the two stadiums that are arguing for it. So technically, the WWE has really nothing to do with this. It's just a matter of if COVID is still a thing that will, stadiums are still empty by that time, then, neither one will get it. But a viral outbreak would be considered an act of God by most places, under most contract law. So, it's gonna be a legal battle, most likely.
WWE did say that they haven't decided anything as of right now. And essentially, it's their show. They could do what they want with it. So, yeah. What say you, Kaliko?
Well, it's eerie because LA and the Staples Center has 2 concerts that are called on the weekend of WrestleMania. And everyone kind of freaked out about it, but then I thought about it and I was like, well, LA, they also have the Forum, which is going to be right next to the new stadium. So to me, I'm standing pat on it. The only reason I think Tampa Bay may have the edge is because the mayor of LA was already like, there's not going to be any mass gatherings until middle of 2021. So
do you think it would actually be beneficial for Los Angeles to wait the extra year and maybe WWE will actually get its 100,000 fans in there?
that's where it's tricky because California, as you know, has been one of the more strict on the side of COVID. And
No.
Florida has been one of the least strict on COVID. So to me, I wouldn't be surprised if Vince went with whoever allows him to have the most people in that bitch first.
That's actually a really good point. We will conclude our news coverage for right now.